Hello and welcome to Church Windows short video on instructing how to build your label layout. My name is Kellyanne, and today the steps I'm going to show you will pertain to the membership module in creating labels in version SR4, and this also applies to any of the donation screens where you can create a label as well. For today, let's look at membership. We'll click on Membership, Reports, and Labels. When you're new to the program, you do need to create your first label. To do that, we will click on the New Label button up at the top middle. This will open our report wizard, where in the right corner we can click the arrow under Label Products and choose the product name. Then move to the second field, Product Number, and click the arrow and scroll to find the type labels you've purchased. We'll go with 5160 for today. Now we can click Next along the bottom, and here we see the preset parameters from the label manufacturer for this type of label. If needed, you can edit these parameters. Otherwise, we can click Finish in the lower right corner. Once we click Finish, that opens the Report Designer screen. Here we see in the upper left corner the label has defaulted to provide the mailing label, which would be the household name from the membership records, and the address. To change the label design, over along the right we have various standard controls that we can add to our label. If we'd like to perhaps add the name and address rather than the mailing label name, we could right-click on the current label and choose Delete. Now from the list along the right side, we can click and drag the field over which we desire. Perhaps we'd also like to add giver number. We can click on giver number and drag that to where we'd like it on the label. Now if the label turns pink as we see on the screen currently, that means items are overlapping. We'll need to edit either the position or the size of our label. Notice just moving that up slightly eliminated the pink. If I move my name and address up though, here you can see I can hover along the edge and drag that edge up to decrease the size of my label. When you're finished setting up your label, click Save As in the upper left corner and assign the label a name. It's best to use something that describes what you've entered onto your label. So here we'll add name and giver number. Once we're done here, we can simply click OK, and then we can click the X in the right corner to close our report screen, or report designer screen. Now we're back on our print screen, and we can see our label layout at the top is defaulting to the new label we created, the Avery Standard 5160 address with the name and the giver number. Below that, we can choose the start position for our label. If we are using a brand new sheet, start position 1 is appropriate. However, if you've already used part of your label sheet, you can adjust the start label position. And then when I click Print Labels, notice it picks up from the position I asked. Now let me show you that one more time, because if you notice it says number 4, that's our giver number. That is not our label position. If we look, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've changed my start position to be label number 6 or position number 6, which is exactly where it picked up on the sheet. If I turn that back to 1 and click Print Labels, we see it starting at the very top of the page or the first label position. One other thing we can see here is, would we like to do one label per individual, meaning for every single person in the house, or we can choose family, which would give us one label per house. And that concludes our short video instructing you how to build your label layout in the membership module or in any of the donation screens where you can create labels. Have a great day.